Look around. It's clear. Autumn is coming. Soon there'll be no daylight left. Gone will be the daylight, and in place, darkness, misery, cold, and, you know, the wish for another season to be happening currently. It's September. We're rapidly approaching the end of the summer that never happened, being replaced by autumn, then of course called winter. So in the meantime, what I would like to do is make the very most of having some sunshine, some daylight, and some dry. Down at the other end of the yard there, I have a car called Alison. It's an MGF, it's a 1.8, it's tatty, it looks somewhat unloved, but it's very much loved. Just because a car is tatty doesn't mean that it's unloved. It's like a dog. If you've got a really scruffy dog that's manky, stinks, does that mean that you don't love it? No. You happen to be one of these people that have a trophy wife. Do you love her more because she looks so attractive and many men want to have a go on her? No, you just obsess about her, get yourself jealous, and inevitably lose that lady to a better man. Somewhat off the point? No. What's on point though is this car's rust. It has a few bits that needs dealing with. Dealing with because it needs an MOT soon. Dealing with. Not too bothered about it looking scruffy. Now, in the lockup, I have Alison's much younger and much flirtier sister. Her name is Beryl, which admittedly is a rather unusual name for a young lady. But then it's not actually a lady at all, it's a car. It's a car, isn't it? I give these cars names because it helps identify one from the other, making them more individual. Not because I think that cars are male or female, because they're not. They are, you know, they're not, are they? They're just cars. Holy. Well, as you can see, it's jacked up, ready for me to clamber around by the side of it and do some work. I've had it checked over in the MOT station. It's all not too bad. It's just really these holes in the sills there, but I can patch them up. The only thing is, of course, I was going to say that as you press further, the holes get bigger, but that's not the problem. The problem is I can't find my extension. I knew the moment I said I couldn't find it, I would find it. And that's why I said it. And to be truthful to the gods of superstition, of which I don't believe in any of, I thought I'd best put it in just in case they went even further wrong than to start with. And Steve's here early. Well, I am certainly enjoying myself here. Pity I'm in the shade doing it, but that's a nice big chunk cut out of there which I'm grinding back further and further. So now I just need to go and find some suitable metal. And as it goes, I regret when I did a weigh-in, I got rid of loads and loads of scrap metal. And it's scrap metal that I'd have been better off keeping. However, I did forget one, which can't really be used anyway. And that is this MGZT wing, which is rusty down there, bent and scratched. I suppose what would be even more fitting would be to take the front wings off of Alison because they're rusty anyway. I'm going to cut this part out because that's scratched anyway. This thick metal, this thick. Believe it or not, it's a bit too warm doing this with a big coat on, and it doesn't stop getting burnt a bit because I've just had a welding blob go into my ear. Is that what you call put away? No, it's what you call put inside. Finished with? Yes. It is not perfect, but it is done, and it's solid, and it's enough to pass its MOT with. It'll do. So that's why I put everything away. But why? What about the other side? The other side's just as bad. That needs doing as well. Yes, it does. But I've had nothing to eat all day, and at 3 o'clock I'm starting to get just a bit peckish. Plus, I've run out of milk. No work can continue without tea. So now it is time to do the other side. Not too bad. It's going well. I've just welded up 2 patches in there. I've got myself covered in hot bits. Wearing the big orange jacket, of course, makes me way too hot, but it's better than being on fire. Just put a bit of filler on there to smooth it over. Next, I'm going to rub it back down, paint it over, job done. Ready for MOT. Job done. That means it can now go for MOT on Monday, maybe even tomorrow. Oh, I wonder if they've got any spaces in there tomorrow. Anyway, regardless, it's not a restoration job, it's an MOT job. It's welding done for MOT. Now, somebody may say to me, I've had it before, do the job properly or don't bother. Okay, so, in other words, don't bother. Well, so what, scrap it instead? As far as I'm concerned, I have done the job properly. Just because a Legron man or someone like that could do it much better, but then other people have the resources. Some people have the money to do the restoration. I'm just doing it for me, for my YouTube channel, and for those that support me. And not for those kind of people that would just give the video thumbs down anyway. Why bother? I don't know. A while back, this MGF was a car that I was thinking about when I developed the skills for respraying. It's perfect for that because the paint is knackered. So in other words, it's one of those things where I can learn how to do it on a car that kind of doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but in actual fact, it could be all different shades of silver, brown and purple and yellow, and I would still enjoy driving it just as much. I don't need a precious car, but I would quite like to make one. Then the other month I became incredibly skint and put the car up for sale. Luckily, nobody bought it because I was going to let that car go really, really cheaply. And now I don't want to. I would prefer to use this car to pay for itself by means of making videos. That car gives me the opportunity to make videos. And that's what I'm going to do. As best as I can, I'm never going to sell that car. Alison is my car, in the same way that Harry Seacombe is, and Nigel. And I'd like it to stay like that. So thank you very much for watching. What a great day, eh? Lovely, sunny, Indian summer feel to this. Not too hot, definitely not too cold, just right. Spent all day properly working, got something achieved, got grubby, and not too sweaty, but quite burning. I've got burns all over my arms, it's sort of quite painful actually. This young chap in front on his bike, riding with no top on. I can't say as I approve of that, at least he's not riding irresponsibly. Anyway, now it's time for the part where I say thank you for watching, and thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for liking the video, and thank you for being a channel member, etc. Oh, I've done it. Right, okay. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you again shortly in the next video by me. At this part of the video, which is the end, I realise that it's not even 10 minutes long, and that isn't really enough. But thankfully, earlier on, I had a little thought that was going to be another separate video altogether, but that turned out not to be long enough either. So here it is. And once I had to refer to myself as influencer in order to get paid for a review that I did. And that brings me very nicely onto the topic of this conversation, or this video in fact, and that is about stuff being sent to me. Often I get stuff sent to me from people I know, but other times I get stuff sent to me from companies wanting their product to feature in a video, and that's great. That suits me down to the ground. And I get loads of emails asking for collaborations. Great. Shows that my YouTube channel is on the up, doesn't it? And it also shows that people are watching. And so I get these constant emails saying things like, "We love your productivity. We've been following your channel for months now, and we're so excited to do some sort of collaboration with you. And you're going to love our product. It's going to suit your video style so well." And it turns out to be a makeup bag, or a TV stand, or something else that's completely irrelevant to what I do and what I'm interested in. There's wording within these emails that give it away straight away before you've even seen what the product is. That in actual fact, it's just spam. I mean, it's a real company, it's a real offer, but surely those people that are there doing these emails should have a look at the channel before they fire that email off. Not all of them though. Top Don, for example, Top Don have sent me quite a few things. I'm very happy to show their products. But where are the companies that have the products that I actually really need? That I really need for my video making? Such as, I would really like a proper fit-for-purpose tripod. One made to be used with a mobile phone of this size, one that's not going to fall apart, one that's not going to fall over, one that doesn't have like a nasty, horrible spring-operated clamp action, so that if you get it wrong, it doesn't fire your phone 10 feet off into the stones. That's what I need. Microphones. Nobody's ever said, "Would you like to review our microphone?" No, they haven't, and I would. Why haven't a tea bag company been in contact with me? Because you see me drinking tea all the time. I drink tea all the time because I love it. It's the daytime beer as far as I'm concerned. I will always drink tea, so it may as well be your tea, paid for by you, on my video that everybody can see. The other one that's really surprised me is that I've had no offers at all for car care products that polishes, waxes, ceramic treatments, paints even, or anything to do with making cars look nicer. None of that, just handbags and